Western. Sounds like a steam engine.
Guys.
There it is.
Use their attention. Make them blow the horn.
I don't think they can see us.
Once they get closer, we'll do it, okay? The train's coming. We're going to blow the horn. We're going to make them blow the horn. Oh, wow. That's a lot of diesel. That's a lot of diesel. How many are on that train?
I see 3.
There might be...
I saw a Union Pacific train coming through here. Not through here, but like the Jersey Pike Railroad. Is that an SD70 leading? Oh wait, no, that's General Electric.
Hey, 2 Union Pacifics.
Imposter! Hey look, it's an SD70.
This is Justin, and I'll be your tour guide and trainman for this journey back in time. Now, joining me on our train today is our conductor Andrew, our flagman Jack, and our engineer Frank. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today we are embarking on a 55-minute experience. Now, this experience does include 15 to 20 minutes of travel in each direction over the 3 miles of track donated to us by the Southern Railway. Now, it will also include a 20 to 25-minute layover in East Chattanooga, where we'll have a brief demonstration of our turntable, as well as a behind-the-scenes look inside of our restoration facility. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today you're traveling on a 3-mile section of railroad completed way back in 1858 by the East Tennessee and Georgia Railway Company. Now, the ET&G would merge with a number of other railroads over time to eventually become the famous Southern Railway in 1894. Now, the Southern Railway would continue to use this very line up until the mid-1950s, when they would abandon it for reasons I'll explain later in our journey. Now, a new line would be constructed just to the north, and that new line would bypass this line altogether. As I mentioned just a moment ago, this line here would be abandoned in 1954. Now, in 1968, this line would be donated to us here at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. Now, we've proudly called the 3 miles of track home for the past or since 1968.
Fenced off.
Folks, we're just about to cross over our first bridge over South Chickamauga Creek. Now, folks, in the waters below today, you may spot some turtles, river otters, or geese. Now, to the left side of our train today, you will spot a set of stone bridge piers. Those stone piers mark the side of the original bridge, as well as the original railroad. Now, folks, another landmark I'd like to point out also lies to the left of our train. And that landmark to the left will be our McCarty siding. Now, McCarty siding there is the only place here at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum that we have double track. Now, you see, from the early decades of the 20th century up until 1954, this entire line would be double track, which meant that there would have been 2 railroad lines running parallel. Now, this line would have been abandoned in 1954. The track would have been ripped up. And when we reinstalled the line, we would return to a single track main line. 6910. Like I was saying, McCarty siding there is the only remnant of double track here at our museum.
35 minutes.
Folks, we're now going to be crossing over our second bridge over the Western and Atlantic Railroad. Now, the Western and Atlantic Railroad there was the very first railroad in Chattanooga. Now, the W&A would have been completed in 1850 by Georgia legislature. And interestingly enough, it was owned, operated, and maintained by the state of Georgia. Now, the state of Georgia still does own the Western and Atlantic Railroad today, although they do currently lease it out to CSX. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we are going to be approaching one of our freight customers here at the Tennessee Valley Railroad over on the right-hand side. And that freight customer is none other than Allied Metals.
7100.
Now, Allied Metals over there will receive weekly or bi-weekly shipments of zinc ingots.
Ooh, $25.94.
Now, Allied Metals there is not the only freight customer we have here at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. We have a few other customers, such as Volkswagen, ADM Industries, and M&M Industries, just to name a few. Now folks, just a little bit of history on the cars you're riding in today. If you're riding in the rear car of our train, the car which I'm speaking from, you are riding in Richmond, Fredericksburg, and Potomac Railroad number 857. Now the 857 here was built in 1947 by the Budd Company, the best manufacturer of passenger cars for the Richmond, Fredericksburg, and Potomac Railroad. Now the 857 here would have operated on trains such as the Havana Special, which would interchange with Pan American Airlines, as well as the East Coast Champion and even the Silver Meteor. 86 feet long. It is almost the length of 3 football fields. Now, this tunnel's construction would have been completed in 1858. In 1859, it would have been dedicated to a gentleman by the name of Colonel James Whiteside. Now, Colonel Whiteside was a major stockholder and contributor to the East Tennessee and Georgia Railway. Therefore, the tunnel is still named in his honor today. Now, the tunnel here is the reason that the line would eventually be abandoned by the Southern Railway. Now, after World War II, the railway's equipment was becoming much too large to fit through the pre-Civil War era tunnel. Also, the tunnel was single-tracked, while the rest of the line was double-tracked, creating a major bottleneck. Make sure you wave that, Josh.
Oh, they're up here?
Yeah, they're up here on the left.
Okay.
A new line would have been constructed just to the north, and that new line would have bypassed Missionary Ridge altogether. Now folks, if you have a flashlight app on your cell phone, I do encourage you to have those out at this time to illuminate the tunnel walls as we pass through them. Now, at times there can be less than a foot of clearance between us and these tunnel walls. So if you're riding an adjustable window car number 1000, just one moment. Like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, if you're riding an open air car number 1000, we do ask you to keep all hands, arms, feet, heads, husbands, wives, children, or in-laws inside the car at all times. Folks, this tunnel cost us an arm and a leg to build. We don't want it to cost you an arm and a leg to travel through it. So as we make our way through the tunnel, just sit back, relax, and enjoy 986 feet of pre-Civil War era tunnel. That's right, folks. It's tunnel time in Tennessee. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are now on the west side of Missionary Ridge. Now, before we arrive to our East Chattanooga Depot today, there's one more landmark I'd like to tell you a little bit about. That landmark no longer stands today, but it will be just ahead on the left-hand side of our train. And once we come in this right away, you will see the side of a few houses. Now, where those houses stand today would have originally stood a depot named Sherman Heights. Now, Sherman Heights would have been the only depot on our 3-mile section of railroad. You see, Grand Junction, as well as our East Chattanooga Depot, would have been built for us here at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. Now, Sherman Heights would have been the final stop before entering downtown Chattanooga. Now, folks, our final destination today will be East Chattanooga. In East Chattanooga, like I told you a few moments ago, we will have a brief demonstration of our turntable, as well as a behind-the-scenes look inside of our restoration facility. Now, folks, you are not required to deboard the train here in East Chattanooga, although I do highly recommend you to, as this is one of the last places in the world where you can still see what's about to take place. Now, we do have a few brief safety rules we ask you to follow while off the train. Now, rule number 1 is to please remain with the group at all times, as this is a guided tour, so please do not wander off. Now, rule 2 is you please do not climb on any equipment you may see around the property. I know it can look very fun, but it is very dangerous. Now, rule 3 is to please stay on the concrete pathway at all times. So do not wander onto any tracks, gravel, or ballast. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, rule number 4 today is, of course, my favorite, because it is a beautiful June Tuesday, is to have fun. Now, please do remain seated until we come to a complete stop. We will let you know when it is safe to head towards the exits. Now, once off the train here in East Chattanooga, folks, just take a left turn and head on down to the turntable. Once everyone is gathered around the turntable, we will begin our demonstration. So once again, please do remain seated until we come to a complete stop. Now, on behalf of myself and the entire crew of the Missionary Ridge Local, we do want to welcome you to East Chattanooga today. Hope you all enjoy. Once again, folks, please do remain seated until we come to that complete stop in East Chattanooga. What do you think of my Gus Fried Robert Sport outfit today?
I'm enjoying it. I think
You know what happened?
What? The vest?
You know how I had that black Pullman vest?
Yeah.
I got it out and 2 of the buttons are missing. They fell off somewhere on this railroad.
Dear.
I've got like 8 or 9 extras in the house.
Okay.
Which, if you can't find Pullman buttons on eBay, it's because of me. I
Oh,
bought
okay.
a bunch of them. Good to see you this morning.
Always a pleasure.
Just joking.
Always a pleasure.
What's I got planned? Just riding the train?
We're
this
going to go
morning?
see the 1683 upon arrival here. We're going to ride the train back, and they're going to learn about Pullmans later today.
That sounds good. I'm jealous of y'all.
Wait, we're learning about Poland?
Yes.
Poland?
Pullman.
What's better, Bud or Pullman?
Pullman.
Wait, are you talking about Poland?
Pullman.
Oh, I thought you said Poland.
No, I can
Yes,
tell
we
us
are learning about
Poland.
Polish railways here.
We have a chimney from Poland here and several machines from Poland. So
Yes, we do.
we'll have to go see the old Polish chimney one day.
This 1829 still run?
Yes and no. It is an operable locomotive here currently. It does not operate because it has a cracked radiator.
What about 1824?
No, it has lots of problems. A number of problems. It doesn't
Hey,
have
folks, welcome to
batteries.
East Chattanooga. D-board, whenever Mr. Woods.
The 1683. Okay, one of the, and every year we go.
The 610 is it's like
Yeah. They should give 610 and a hand-operated bell like 192 had. $200. $25.94.
I really want one of those F units.
I want a model of $25.94.
For me, I really want a model of 610.
Yeah, too bad Roco S160s are so expensive.
And then
7100, 578,
I modeled the Crescent Mountain.
13, and
PS4.
8669. Yeah, I also model Crescent Limited,
Yeah, you said
but I have the old River Rossi 4501.
you said you like 630, right? Then why is there 451 badge on your shirt? Because it's the only one they